Hey everyone, this is Jin Lee from SuccessMafia.com. Today I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to add some colors to your QR codes through Photoshop. I'm going to show you a couple different ways. Very easy. If you're not too familiar with Photoshop, that's okay. This way is very simple and you should be able to follow along just fine. Before I get started, I just want to say thanks to all the members that support SuccessMafia.com blog. And this video is for you guys that have requested it. So anyway, let's get started, guys. The first thing that you want to do is come up to File, and you're going to open up a new project. We'll just call this QR code. And the other thing that you want to do is make sure that the width is 350 and the height is 350 and the background is white. Just go ahead and push OK, and you'll get your platform here. Okay, now we have to bring in our QR code that we generated from online, and there's many different places you can go. And if you need to know what websites are the best, just go ahead and go to successmafia.com, and it will show you some places where you can generate some QR codes. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go and get our QR code and bring it and drop it into our canvas here, and just drag and bring it back up to the canvas. Good, just like that, and we'll go ahead and center it. Now I like to use my arrow keys and just kind of wing it, but if you guys that know Photoshop really well, you guys know all the shortcuts and you can kind of come up here and adjust and get it exactly centered. But for this tutorial, we'll just kind of wing it a little bit. We'll bring that up, and that looks good enough. All right. Now, keep in mind, before I show you how to change the color, keep one thing in mind is that colors are very sensitive. If you go too bright or uh, use colors that are fluorescent in color, sometimes don't scan well. So we want to keep very neutral and a little bit darker colors, so that way when you're scanning this, it can scan easily on any device. Because remember, this is your business that you're using this for, so you don't want 20% of the people not being able to scan your QR code. So one of the easiest ways, if you want this whole thing, your whole QR code one color, the easiest way is just coming over here and double click your layer, and you're going to come down where it says color overlay. Just click that. You notice the default color is red. And if you want to change that, just double click here and you can just change the color to anything that you want. And keep in mind, keep your colors a little bit dark. They will scan much better on any device. And then just push OK. See, now that's a very easy way to change the color for the whole QR code. Now let's say that you want to change the color for different parts. So let's go ahead and turn off the overlay. What you want to do is come over here and find your paint bucket. Now if you hold down your left button on your mouse, you'll notice two parts, gradient tool and the paint bucket tool. And you want to select your paint bucket tool, okay? So we'll select that. And what you want to do is go ahead and choose a color that you want. And let's go up and I want to choose a red, darker red. And I just want the frame. So take that tip of that paint bucket, the part that's coming out of the bucket, and lay that in the spot that you want colored. Now if you put it in the white, it's going to color the whole white. There, do you see that? So you don't want that. So let's say we just want the square parts red of this QR code. And let's go ahead and click that, and we'll change the other one to a blue. And we want this part blue. Okay, and we'll do the whole half color for blue. And I'll show you after we're done with this part, you will put a really cool kind of color to the background of the white, so that way it kind of sharpens up the look of the whole thing. So just go ahead and click however you want. You can put many different colors in here if you want. That won't affect anything. And we'll do one more. Okay. Now let's come down and let's go ahead and do a dark red. And this part, do it just completely different. You can choose whatever colors that you want. This is just for the tutorial. You don't have to copy these at all. Oh, I accidentally went into the white. I'm going to keep that bucket right in the black there. There you go. Now what you want to do at this time is just double check to make sure that it's scannable. Take your phone or whatever device that you're using and just scan this. So right now, so far it's working. Now let's go ahead and change this background color. Just go back up, make sure that you have this clicked, and we're going to double click this background, and we're going to create a new layer. Now you can name it whatever you want, but just for this tutorial we're going to just go ahead and push OK. And then come back over here and double click, and you're going to come down here to Gradient Overlay. Okay, and you'll get the default color gray and black. And what you want to do is double click that, and we're going to change the color. So what we want to do is we want to go radial, and we want to go reversed. Okay, so now you'll notice it's really dark. So if you want to adjust that, what we're going to do is double click the bar, and let's give it kind of more of a grayish background. And you don't want to go too dark here. If you go too dark, your QR code will not work. So I think white, and we'll push OK. And then if you want to adjust the scale, it's this bar right here, okay? So let's come back out so those darker colors come out. There you go, and that should work. Now go ahead and try to scan this. If it scans really well, then you can just go back and adjust the colors a little bit. Guys, this is how you guys can change the QR code colors if you want. I showed you two different ways. Even showed you some tricks to do background colors. Play around with your colors, guys. Main thing is that you don't want to use too bright of colors, especially on the background. Otherwise, your code won't work. And then just trial and error, and you'll be able to start creating your own stuff. Now, if you guys want some custom QR codes done with a little bit more detailed design, we also do that. Just leave a post at successmafia.com. Just go ahead and give us an email. Here's a couple examples of what we've done. Here's a QR code that I designed for a martial arts studio called junctiondo.com. And right now I'm still in the process of finishing this one. So maybe the code doesn't quite work yet. And the one that we made for Success Mafia is this one right here. And so you'll notice that our symbol's in the background, and we also have our name in the middle. So and we have many more that I've done. So if you guys need any custom stuff done for really cheap, just let me know. Go email us at successmafia.com. Again, guys, thank you, and hopefully this was useful for you.